Okay, this lesson is going to be on vibrato. It's one of our requests, and there's lots of different techniques for doing vibrato. And what vibrato is like on a violin player, they would play the note and they would shake their hand and make the tone go wah 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 wah. And a guitar player does it. He can do it with his fingers, or he can do it with a whammy bar. And a flute player does it. We don't really shake the instrument at all. What we do is we vary the air. And there's a couple ways to do it. You can use, I guess what I'll do is I'll just play some examples of vibrato, and then I'll kind of be conscious of how I do it, and then I'll explain it to you. So here's one just off of G. Now, what you want to concentrate on is you want your it's almost like a pulse, like wah 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 wah. And I guess the best way to describe how to do it is to control it with your diaphragm. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing the air, and then I'm subtly pulsing the air without adjusting the pitch. So to keep the pitch the same, but make the air pulsated. And you can go slow to fast to slow. I think one of probably the best ways to practice doing vibrato is to give yourself a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then start with one pulse per beat. Wah, 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 wah. And then go 2 pulses per beat. Wah, 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 wah. And then 3 pulses per beat. Wah, 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 wah. And then 4 pulses per beat. Wah, 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 wah. And then the final one, I know it sounds funny, me sitting there going wah, wah, wah. But the final one is 5 pulses per beat. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wah, 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 wah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wah, 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 wah. And then practice doing that starting on just 1 pulse per beat, then 2 pulses, then 3 pulses, then 4 pulses, then 5 pulses, and then reverse it, go back to 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you right now, okay? And I'll do it on a G. Now I'm going to do 2 pulses. Now 3 pulses. I'm sorry, that was 4. 1, 2, 3. No, that was 3. Now 4. Now 5. And you can also vary your vibrato. You can start it off slow and then slowly increase your speed and then slowly decrease your speed. Something like this. And something you want to make sure you take big breaths when you can do vibrato, because you'll end up expanding all your air. And you want to make sure that you don't let your tone go flat. So as you feel like you're starting to run out of air and your tone's going flat, a little trick is to kind of push the jaw out just a little bit, like this, as you decrease your air, so it keeps the tone up, doesn't let it fall and go flat on you. Push it out. Make sure it doesn't fall flat. You also want to make sure that you use it from your diaphragm. Some people do it up here in the throat. I don't really know how to do that. I use my diaphragm to do that. So that's a quick lesson on vibrato.